G'day you cheeky dogs, my name's Margie and I'm an Aussie currently living in America. Today's video is going to be a breakdown of Bluey Season 3 episode Born Yesterday. For anyone who's new to my channel, I love to do Bluey breakdowns and show you all of the Easter eggs and Australian references, movie references, literally every little detail that you might have missed in an episode. I want to show you guys what it is. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, as well as that bell for notifications, so you know whenever I release a new video. With all that being said, let's just jump straight into it with our traditional Easter eggs first, our tennis balls and our long dog.
Pause it right there, past Margie. This is future Margie in Australia here, and I'm here to tell you that unfortunately we have a Disney censorship in this episode. So for those of you outside of Australia, Disney Plus released this episode on August 10th, and unfortunately also took out a scene from it. This here is the scene that they removed.
Ah, sweet. This is...
As for why they took out this scene, honestly, I don't know. Disney Plus also showcases a lot of other higher rated shows like The Simpsons, which have jokes like this in it all the time. So my only conclusion is that for some reason they think that Bluey is on the same level as Peppa Pig and not on the same level as The Simpsons, even though the creative team at Ludo Studios and Joe Brum has said multiple times that they have made this show as a family show for co-viewing, more along the lines of The Simpsons than Peppa Pig. But let me know in that comment section down below if you agree with Disney and think that this scene should have been removed, or if you disagree and wish that they had kept this in for this episode of Born Yesterday. This is also unfortunately not the only thing that they cut from Season 3A. So far I have found 5 missing or changed things from the season, and for each breakdown I will be showing you what has been changed or removed. Okay, and back to the regular video.
Our tennis balls and our long dogs. Now we only saw one tennis ball, which is on the wall painting, but we did see 2 long dogs. One of them was the long dog that we see on the fridge, but the best long dog of all was the one hiding just behind the bush holding a pie with sauce. And of course, it's a little bit of a shout out to Lucky's dad, Pat, who was also having a pie with sauce that Bandit ate. I love when they do long dogs that actually replicate what's going on in the episode. So this was such a cool little Easter egg. And we of course also have the pineapple decor item that's always or usually there. The next really cool Easter egg is the voice actor for the yoga dog, because it is the very first time in the whole of Bluey that there is a non-Australian actor or actress performing in Bluey. And of course it is the amazing Eva Mendes. There was a huge article about how she loved Bluey and how her kids love Bluey. So apparently Ludo Studios reached out to her and she said that yeah, she would love to be a voice actor cameo for this series, and she is the Yoga Saluki dog that we see Chili looking at on the TV. 2 other little voice actor cameos as well, of course, is Rocco, who is Daly Pearson, the co-founder of Ludo Studios, as well as Julie Baster, who is the bus stop lady, but I'm not really quite sure who she is. I think she might just be a friend of someone on the shows. Now we do have quite a few Australian specific references, starting off with a lot of the word references first. We have Rocco saying good day, we have Bandit saying no worries, we have Bingo referring to rubbish, which in America you would say trash, and then we also have Pat saying get off it, which basically means just stop it. We can also see some reference to Australian money, not just our regular dollar bucks, but our coins that we have in Australia. So on the kitchen bench, you can see Bandit's wallet, as well as some little round gold coins. These are quite obviously the $2 coin from Australia. Yes, we have $2 coins, they're gold. We also don't have $1 notes like in America, we have $1 coins. So I love that they add in like these little extra details of what our money also looks like, not just the fun, colorful stuff. It's also great seeing a bit of the change of seasons going on within Bluey. So we see them going past all these beautiful pink and purple flowers, which are most likely hydrangeas. And this sort of signifies spring, which is the opposite to most of you guys in the world. Spring for us is basically October to November. So we can kind of place where along the year this episode is taking place. We then can also see our yellow recycling wheelie bin that we have seen before. We see a pied currawong bird. And of course we have the iconic Australian pie, a steak and bacon one, which is interesting. I'm more of a meat and peas kind of gal. But I do love that they constantly reference Australian food in this, and of course it is hilarious watching Bandit steal it off Pat. Now we do also have some location Easter eggs as well. So the little street library that they go to is most likely the Arthur Terrace street box, as they're both red, but there are a bunch of those little street libraries all around that Paddington area as well, which you can quite easily just look up. So I love that they sort of included that in the show as well. Also in the background, if you zoom in, you can see this white building. And it's obviously not a house. All the houses they do always have 2 or 3 colors. This is a specific white building that is found in Paddington, and it is the government house in Paddington. So I love when they add in little extra stuff to really show us where this location actually is.
Cheeky dogs, if you've been enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and leave a comment. It really means a lot to me into helping build my channel, and the YouTube gods also seem to like channels that have lots of likes in them as well.
We do also have two street names that are almost visible, and one of them says Greg or Grog. Greg could be a reference to someone working on the show, or grog could be a reference to alcohol, or what we might call booze in Australia, or it could be a reference to Given Terrace, which is also a street in Paddington. I'm not really sure, but what do you guys think that this might say? Let me know in the comment section down below. We also get a little bit of a reference to our season 3 poster, so we can see the actual poster angle as them walking down the streets that we've seen all over the season 3 posters. Now, there's also some really interesting animation changes that have happened through season 3, so I just want to point a few of those out in case maybe you didn't see them. There's no longer a bone on the bench or one on the chimney for this episode only. And we also do have a vocal error where David McCormack, who is the voice of Bandit, has quite obviously read the wrong line. So he literally says, "Dad enters the room," which would have been on the script for like, that's when he's meant to start to say his lines, but he said it out loud. But I love that they actually included that in the episode too, so that's pretty funny. Now we also have a reference to strawberries being alive or dead, which is actually a podcast reference. It is a reference to the Infinite Monkey Cage podcast, where they are constantly debating whether or not strawberries are alive or dead. So obviously someone at Ludo Studios is listening to that podcast. We also have quite a lot of heavy references to the episode The Weekend, which also was iconically the pilot episode for Bluey. The most obvious one is the 3D close-up image of Bandit looking at a leaf, which mimics, of course, Bingo when she was looking at the leaf insect in that 3D animation style. And then we also have Bingo referencing that she wants to take photos of leaves because she likes taking photos of leaves. We also have an Australian Olympian possible reference. So the nickname that Bingo has in this is Raylene, and that could refer to Raylene Boyle, who is an Australian Olympian as well. And something you might not have noticed as well is during that whole game, the girls always refer to their dad as Bandit, but as soon as the game ends, they refer to him again as Dad, which I think maybe is a little bit of an interesting callback to the episode The Show, where they couldn't remember what their dad's real name was, but now they're obviously older and they know. So I don't know, just a little detail that maybe you might have missed. What would you guys give this episode though out of 5 long dogs? Let me know in the comment section down below. For myself, it's a 4 out of 5 long dogs. There were some really cool Easter eggs, all of our traditional ones, as well as just some interesting sort of background Australian stuff as well. I really love the idea of this episode too, with stopping to smell the roses, or just taking a break from all the argy-bargy that's going on around and just enjoying life for what it is, taking away the technology and just living in the moment. And I think that's a really good message that a lot of us forget, especially in this more technological age that we're in. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. I super duper appreciate it. As you might have noticed, I'm also wearing my merch. Yay! I have a merch shelf down below now for all of you cheeky dogs, if there's anything perhaps that you would like to get. But I have also picked you out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I will see you cheeky dogs in another video. Mwah! Bye!